And we're going to have to move on again. Top 5 QBs of all time.
Oh.
All time.
Wow.
All right.
You want me to go?
This is how we're going to end the show today, guys.
I mean, my list is pretty
This is how
clear-cut.
we're ending it today.
All right, cool.
All right.
Awesome.
I mean, we might have mentioned a few of them already. So I want you to start. I'm going to hand it to you, Nick, first. Top 5 all time. You can count them down from 1 to 5, 5 to 1, whatever you want to do. All time best, Nick. All time.
I'll start at 5. I'm torn with 5 because I have 2 players in mind that I really I don't like one, but I love the other, but I think one is better. It's Aaron Rodgers and Steve Young. I grew up watching Steve Young. I loved him. Like, I had his jersey on, running around in the house as a kid. Just watching him play, he was just phenomenal, man. Just to even in the shadow of Joe Montana, the way he performed was just electric. It's hard to copycat what Montana did with the Niners, but Steve Young was awesome. He followed it up. It's hard to live in the shadow like that. So, but also Aaron Rodgers with Brett Favre too, right? So I kind of compare them too. But the more talented one, I'm going to go with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is 5 for me. 4, I'm going to go with Drew Brees. I think he's wildly underrated and very underappreciated. The way he took New Orleans by storm was just amazing. Everything that happened with Katrina, the way he took over that city, they love him down there. I was in Louisiana earlier this year, and he's the face of that city. And it's hard to argue. His number 1 in almost every statistical category, almost pretty much. He's been fucking phenomenal. And I love Drew Brees' game. I like his character. So I got him at 4. And number 3, I got Joe Montana. It's hard to argue against 4-0 in the Super Bowl.
Joe Cool.
4-0. That's legendary. And I mean, yeah, he had Jerry Rice, but who cares? He maximized his potential with Jerry Rice, so I respect that. Number 2, Peyton Manning. I think Peyton Manning was better than Joe Montana. I don't care. Nobody commanded an offense like Peyton Manning. He went up to the line of scrimmage and commanded the entire thing. He audibled. He saw the game a different way. He studied film. There was nobody like Peyton Manning in that regard. And number 1, come on, guys. It's TB12. What are we talking about here? It's a no-brainer. He's a certified number 1 all time. I don't care. I don't care what the fuck you guys got to say out there. He's the best in the game and ever. So that's where I'm at. And yeah.
All right, so number 1, I'm going to go the opposite way. I have Tom Brady number 1, obviously. I don't really think to me, that's not even a fun sports debate anymore because it's over. like Jordan and LeBron, you could argue. Now it's just a matter of arguing for who's second best. Mm-hmm. Tom Brady's number 1.
He ruined everything.
Yeah. Number 2, I also have Peyton Manning. I didn't get to see Joe Montana. So to me, Peyton Manning, and if you're just going on skill alone, just skill, Peyton is probably the best ever on just skill. Peyton, dude, was an absolute wizard and my favorite. And it pains me that I can't argue the point anymore with you. I can't do it anymore.
I've been screaming this.
Yeah, so I got Peyton number 2. Number 3, I have Montana, like you. 4-0 in the Super Bowls. Never threw an interception in a Super Bowl either, which I thought is a really, really awesome stat. Number 4, I have John Elway.
Wow.
The first quarterback I ever loved.
Wow.
Yeah, he was the first quarterback. I remember sitting in my den with my dad and my mom watching John Elway. That was the first quarterback that got me interested in football.
He usually finds his way into the top 5.
I
in
love
most discussions
John Elway,
I've heard.
dude.
He's usually 5 though.
I love Shannon Sharp, Terrell Davis. I love John Elway. So to me, and he has 2 Super Bowls. And he won them in the back part of his career. I think he was 36-37 or 35-36 when he won them.
I instantly think of the helicopter into the end zone.
Yes.
Or he got
Iconic play.
I mean, yeah,
It is.
Yeah,
it's
he's
iconic
tough.
and iconic.
Yeah, it really was.
He's tough as nails. And I love John Elway. And my number 5, dude, is probably going to shock. Dude, number 5, Brett Favre.
Wow. I mean,
Whoa.
No cap.
Hold on.
No cap.
You don't have Drew Brees in your top 5?
I don't. He's number 6 for me. I have those two right there. That's who it was.
Guys, I got to be honest. I don't know what's more disrespectful. Drew Brees not being in this top 5 or my homeboy telling me to go on Match.com. I don't know what's going on out here. Well, let's talk about it.
I care.
Hold
Let's
on,
talk about
family. You don't have Drew Brees in your top 5? He leads like almost every category in passing.
I know. It was tough for me, but if I had it, my whole thing is if I had to take one quarterback to win me a game, I'm taking Brett Favre over Drew Brees.
Wow.
He's a gamer.
I love the way he played the game. He's tough as nails, just like John Elway.
They got the same amount of rings.
I love the gunslinger, and he's been to one more Super Bowl. He's a gunslinger, and he takes the chances that you need, and it's just... To me, man, it's Brett Favre, bro. It really is. And then, like I said, I got Drew Brees at 6, and it was tough. But I just think that if you have one game to win, give me Brett over Drew Brees.
Wow. I like Brett Favre. I love Brett Favre.
Yeah, how
but
can you not?
Wow. I'm shocked. But I respect it. Cool.
So after listening to
Not
you
really,
two,
no.
I'm going to go 1 to 5 as well because I think that 1 through 3... I mean, it's exactly the way it should be. So I'm gonna go obviously Tom Brady, and yes, I will tell everybody. I've said it in previous shows that Peyton was always my GOAT. It is no longer arguable. Shut the hell up with your Tom Brady hate.
It's
and
over.
I was one of them. I was one of them.
I was there, dude. I did it my whole
I
life.
hated him.
I know.
I've been screaming.
I couldn't stand him. But you have to just call it what it is. It is what it is. So. I mean, it's not even arguable. I can't even believe people argue.
It sucks.
I can't believe it either.
Like, I'm even laughing.
It's annoying.
Yeah.
It's really annoying.
It's now like, I just come around to that like in recent years. So it is what it is, okay? Peyton Manning, again, like probably my favorite
I'm actually
ever.
shocked you have Peyton Manning ahead of Joe Montana.
Peyton Manning, clear cut number 2 for me. He was my GOAT before. The most cerebral quarterback ever. He changed the game forever. The video game numbers and the way the game is approached from a preparation, a game planning, and on the field standpoint. No one has ever done it like Peyton Manning ever, and that I will never change. The most cerebral quarterback ever. He was an offensive coordinator on the field. This is ridiculous. It's
He used to
unbelievable.
bother people watching the game because he would go up there and start pointing and audibling and shit. Like, it used to get
Until like
annoying.
the last second.
Yeah. But
Watching him was a form of art. It's different than any other quarterback you'll
brilliant.
ever see. Like, I am glued to every play that Peyton is playing at quarterback. So, it's a shame the injuries caught up at the end. We'll never know if he could have done more. He got the extra ring basically off of a defense.
on his walker.
He deserved it, though.
But he deserved it in the front end of his career when the team had no defense, largely, almost his entire Indianapolis career. He had no defense. So he deserved it, is what I'm getting at. But again, change the game. So clear cut number 2. It's not even close for me. Joe Cool's number 3. I think it's obvious based on what you guys said. That's how I grew up, watching a lot of Joe Cool footage. I mean, I was one of those kids that instead of, once I got tired of cartoons, I was watching NFL films, watching all that old shit, even the fucking black and gray, all that shit.
Leather helmets?
Leather helmets. Joe Cool, though, I love Jerry Rice, too. I'm a big Jerry Rice guy. But clear cut number 3. And again, not even close. Subject to change, though. At least I could see someone catching Joe Cool. I can't see anyone catching up.
Who?
I'm not going to say that yet.
I know who he's talking about. Pat Mahomes.
Okay. All right. As long as you don't get disrespectful.
And also, Aaron Rodgers' career is not over yet. And you can walk out. You can say whatever you want. He walked out, guys. That's his own problem. Because guess what? Aaron Rodgers is number 4 on my list.
He dipped.
Aaron Rodgers is number 4 on my list. Come on back, Mike. I'm going to educate you. All right? Aaron Rodgers is number 4 on my list. And that was actually like, I don't want to say last second change. Here, let me tell you who number 5 was first. Don't get upset, Nick. Dan Marino. You guys are forgetting the most talented quarterback in NFL history. He was the most talented. Aaron Rodgers is probably right there. I'm not going to say he was the most talented ever yet, but Dan Marino was the most talented quarterback ever. Okay? No ring, though. That definitely hurts. Drew Brees, the stats are there.
I can't believe you guys don't have Drew Brees in your
No,
top 5.
he's probably-
like, for fuck's sake.
I love Drew Brees, but
I'm
I can't. I
confused.
just simply can't. Dan
Bro, he got all
Marino,
those stats. Only been to one bowl.
Dan Marino was the most talented quarterback in NFL history, and that is not even.
Oh, short.
Dan Marino didn't win a bowl.
He in my top 5.
This is what I'm saying. So he's always going to go down as the best player to never win anything, really.
Brett Favre won one.
Been to 2.
So
What the fuck does that
But-
matter?
It matters.
Come on.
Let him finish.
But yeah,
Sorry.
Aaron Rodgers is definitely number 4, with a chance to go higher as well, because he's not done yet. He's probably got a solid 3 to 5 years left, if we're being honest. I mean, this is all situational, so it's kind of hard to predict when his situation is so up in the air right now. But I mean, after last year, I don't see how you don't think he could be playing for at least 5 years. He's not Tom Brady's age, so why not?
What makes him climb up?
What makes him climb up to Joe Cool? He's got to win another ring, at least, for me to consider. And that's because this is Joe Cool we're talking about.
You do realize Aaron Rodgers, since his playoff victory, has blown in the playoffs.
This is opinion based, isn't it?
No. Look at his record.
I mean, it depends. If you're going to specific games, like the game against the Bucks, that was atrocious. But like, it's a
I'll
game
give him
by game.
one game. I give him a pass on. The Seattle one.
Also, don't forget, like, as much as we're talking about quarterbacks and winning, because it does matter more for the quarterback position. It's a team game.
Oh yeah, though
It is-
quarterback is.
It is a team
Everything.
game, and Mike McCarthy held that team back for an extra 5 years. He should have been fired long ago. So it would have made a difference, in my opinion. And the Packers, another team where it's the same as Peyton, where the defense was marginal at best for his entire career.
You got that. I'll
I
give you
mean, that stands out the most to me. Like, Joe Cool was at least on these incredibly balanced rosters his entire career. It's almost like I'm not throwing out all the clutch moments because you can't, but he did have the same kind of Tom Brady help, you know? He had really good rosters and great coaching. We're talking about 2 of the best head coaches ever, Bill Walsh and Bill Belichick. So, I mean, to me, that's like an elevator. Peyton Manning was basically a head coach, so like,
Yeah.
he
He
didn't
was.
he didn't necessarily need that, but you know, Aaron Rodgers didn't have that. He didn't have that the length of his career.
I just feel like Aaron Rodgers has like, to me, he has more. I remember blunders from him.
But you're a notable Aaron Rodgers hater, so
Yeah, a little bit.
like,
I don't like Aaron Rodgers, but I respect his game.
I mean, to me, it's just he had one playoff run and that was it. That was it.
and that playoff run would have been different if not for Riley Cooper's drop in the end zone.
Yeah. With Michael
Just pointing
Vick.
that out. I saw that up close in person, so I can't forget that.
I mean,
the team that
getting
won
blown-
that game was winning the Super Bowl, and sure enough, it happened. It just wasn't us.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. But
So sorry. I mean, Drew Brees. You
you
know,
have Drew
I'm
Brees 6?
hurt.
Who do you have 6? I'm just curious because I have Drew Brees 6.
I didn't go that far, but it's hard to not put him at 6. So I will leave you at that. I think.
Okay.
I mean, I can revisit this for you and give you another answer, but as of now, I would lean there. I don't think he gets enough respect either. So I agree with you there, Nick.
He's
I just think
disrespected.
that I think that
Drew Brees is great, dude. I'm not saying that.
But he's
I just don't
wow,
know.
disrespected.
He's definitely in my top 10. I'll give you that. Okay. I mean that's fair. Look at all the phenomenal quarterbacks over time. So, and I've seen a bunch of different names in this argument. So that's
what,
where we're at.
So what makes you guys not put him in your top 5? Like what did he not do for you guys?
I don't feel like you can insert Drew Brees on a team and instantly go get yourself a bowl.
New Orleans did.
It wasn't instant, but
And
it
he
was,
beat Peyton.
Peyton lost that Super Bowl more than Drew won.
I mean that's fair. That's fair.
Well, it was
Rhetoric.
good coaching by Sean Payton.
I
with
agree.
The onside kick.
I totally
before
agree.
The half.
But Peyton threw the interception that sealed that fate. It wasn't like, to me, like I said, the reason I feel like if it was Drew Brees or Brett Favre's winning you that game before Drew Brees is.
The one thing that Drew Brees is always going to have in his favor is the numbers. But again, this is where it comes back to the team point too. Is just the perfect situation for a quarterback-friendly offense with Sean Payton. Always had
wide receivers.
Always
too.
had the weapons. He was playing in a dome his whole career. So I'm not handicapping him based on that. I just think that everyone I named is clearly better. And I'm not thinking twice either. They were just better. Period.
You guys are wild.
Well, he looked at me like I was crazy.
Exclamation point.
You
Would you
guys
take
are
Drew or Brett?
wild. Disrespect.
Am I on an
I would-
island? Or is he on an island on that?
I'll be on the island. I don't give a shit.
No, I'm just
I'll
curious.
live on this
I
island.
kind
Drew
of view
Brees
that
is great.
more in an equal light. Although I feel
Like you can go either way on that?
yeah, because I think so.
Okay.
But Brett probably I would, I can't say that. No, they're equal. How about that?
Equal. Wow. I'm
You're
perplexed.
disrespecting Brett.
I'm not at all. I love Brett Favre.
I'm not disrespecting Drew, though.
But Drew Brees he's leading like the stat category in almost everything. Like, how do you argue that? Especially you, Mike. You're a stat guy. You're a stat junkie.
Done more.
He could have done more. That's what I'm saying.
That's
he came up
why.
a tad short.
Okay, that's fine.
That's why though
Fair,
for me. And
fair.
also he
That's-
never won an
that's fair.
MVP.
That's
so
fair. That's fair. But you
Yeah,
have,
that too. I never even thought of that.
that is definitely something. He never
on.
won an MVP.
That's fair. But you have Dan Marino as your top 5, but he never won. I'm curious why.
Dan Marino,
just
dude,
simply
gets
talent
love.
base right there. And I don't think that you will find many top 5s that he's not in.
I think Drew Brees changed the game as far as quarterbacks in general
If
because
Dan Marino-
all the short quarterbacks coming in, like Russell Wilson,
Oh,
like
for
he
sure.
birthed them.
For sure.
He birthed them. So he changed the
Absolutely.
game in that regard for me.
Absolutely.
So
But-
yeah, I think you
If
guys
Dan
are
Marino
wild.
was on the Saints offense, oh my God, look out. That's the difference for me. It's like if Dan Marino took his place, even during that time period,
Yeah, he wouldn't have won another bowl.
I think it's just magic. It would have been magic. And Dan
arguable.
Marino was thrown to wide receivers of the likes of Don McNabb's weapons, minus the TO here. So, I mean, just pointing that out there too. He did this with virtually nothing.
I don't know. I
Food
just
for
think
thought.
I
different
just think
time period
that
of the game, but
the way he uplifted that entire city after Hurricane Katrina, it's just really hard to argue.
you could
for
say
me.
it
I
was
mean,
biblical.
Yeah,
But-
exactly.
It's
Bro,
not putting him
he's-
in my top 5
That's what I'm saying.
or
And-
most top 5.
And just real fast to draw a parallel, that was my same thing with Phillip Rivers. Those are all feel-good stories, but that doesn't make them better quarterbacks.
His entire body of work
It's great.
has exactly.
I know that.
Yeah.
Like sixth.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you something about Dan Marino. Like Dan Marino was throwing for 5,000, 4,000 plus yards before anybody in the history of the game. Like that's just Dan Marino revolutionized the quarterback position. Like
And his
that
ring
was
fingers
when
are clean.
when the passing game evolved. It was with Dan Marino. That's pre-Peyton Manning video game numbers. Then Peyton just took it to a whole different level. But Dan was the first to do it.
Peyton Manning also had bomb squads on offense.
I will say this though.
But Peyton would have done that no matter what, in my opinion.
He did. He did it with the Broncos.
I will say this.
So-
it's Drew Brees never won an MVP. Like he's been wildly disrespected his
I actually
entire
can't
career.
believe that. He
And
never won an
it's
MVP.
disrespectful, dude. He should have won at
should have
least
had one.
one or two.
He should have had one.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's just for me, he was never the popular guy, which I don't understand. I mean, like the way he helped out Hurricane Katrina, I just thought that was I think he's an icon.
Let me just
For
give you
me,
some
so-
context before we call it a night here. 1984 is the year, right? Let me take you all the way back to 1984.
I'm still on my dad's balls, but go ahead.
Dan Marino was a 23-year-old second-year quarterback and threw for 5,084 yards, 48 touchdowns, and 17 picks. This is 1984. Nobody was doing that.
Did he win the ring that year?
Team
honest
game.
question.
Team game. But first team All-Pro, second. I mean, he went to 3 straight and 4,000 plus yards in each one. He had a remarkable run right there alone. I mean, like I said, revolutionized the position. That's exactly why I would put him at number 5. Exactly why.
I expected him actually to be higher with you because I know you're very.
I was
like,
I
you
was
always-
dedicated to 4 for him, but I think Aaron Rodgers passed him. This past year, he passed him.
I'm gonna have to get up and get out of here.
And I'm sorry, but Aaron Rodgers is one of those guys that's also looked at as one of the most talented ever, if not the most talented.
I got him
And
at
this is a
5.
guy who was a mixture of talent.
Yeah, I'm shocked by that too. I'm so
he's
disappointed in you.
He's a mixture of the talent and the cerebral side. He's like the perfect blend. So what he lacks, though, is maybe leadership. You could maybe argue that. But again, I told you I have no problem with that, the way he leads. I don't have a problem with that. If you're going to be a pretentious dickhead, whatever, I don't give a fuck. If you're carrying me in games, I don't give a fuck.
I'll give you that.
And his teammates care about him, so I don't care.
I'll give you that. Nobody leads their team to losses better than Aaron Rodgers. I totally agree with you.
Cut it.